to go 3 in a row against the East Division. Nice spin move. Backhand! Lindstrom scores! It's raining Bears in Chetwynd, BC's Cayden Lindstrom. What a shot for the 21st of the year. Lindstrom fires and scores! Yes, sir, that's 12 of the year.
Imagine a player who defies odds and breaks defenses with speed, agility, and flair, carves his way between the hash marks, and rewrites the playbook with each game played. Hey guys, meet Cayden Lindstrom, one of the fastest rising youngsters in hockey, a hot prospect for the 2024 NHL Draft, and the kind of player that's must-see TV. There's a lot of excitement about the prospects of this amazing youngster, and many of them will come your way in this video. But before we get started with Lindstrom's incredible skills and potential NHL outlook, quickly leave a thumbs up for this video, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button to keep up on more NHL prospect profiles. Now let's dive right in. Cayden Lindstrom is a Canadian ice hockey forward for the Medicine Hat Tigers of the Western Hockey League, born on February 3, 2006. Although there isn't much known about his parents and his place of birth, it's clear that Lindstrom and his 3 younger sisters were raised by a single mother, Tricia, who's a medical assistant. Throughout his childhood, he was very close to his mother and grandmother, and he received a lot of support in the pursuit of his sporting career. Lindstrom grew up a multi-athlete, playing track and field, baseball, soccer, and he was good at every one of them due to his athleticism, speed, strength, and agility. But when he was 13, high-level play in both baseball and hockey forced him to choose between the two, and he ultimately chose hockey. Lindstrom started his notable hockey play at Midget A Hockey in Fort St. John, British Columbia, where he first attracted interest from scouts. The scouts who saw his remarkable talent were keen to help him develop his ability and potential. These scouts helped him to join the Delta Hockey Academy, but there was a challenge. Joining the team required him to move about 745 miles south to Delta. But like every other warrior of the ice, nothing can stop the resolve of a determined soul. Lindstrom joined the Delta Hockey Academy regardless, a decision that eventually became a huge stepping stone in his young career. Lindstrom was selected as the 54th overall pick in the Western Hockey League draft by the Medicine Hat Tigers in 2021, after a short spell with the Delta Hockey Academy. Although he only played 6 games for the Tigers in 2021, despite making his debut on December 30, 2021, he showed glimpses of what's to come with flashes of great skills, flexible movement, and athleticism. He stepped things up in 2022 and 2023 in his first full season when he shifted between wing and center. Lindstrom had a remarkable season all around, dropping a series of back-to-back masterclass performances that got his name on the lips of many hockey fans, scouts, and coaches. By the end of the 2022 to 2023 season, Lindstrom scored 19 goals and registered 23 assists to record 42 points in 61 games. A remarkable return from a 16-year-old in his first full season in the WHL. Lindstrom's excellence in the league was recognized and ultimately rewarded, winning the Rookie of the Year award for the WHL Central Division. And that's not all. He also made the final list of the Jim Piggott Memorial Trophy for the WHL Rookie of the Year to spark a remarkable start to his career. Lindstrom picked up where he left off in the 2023-2024 season and hit the ground running at a torrid pace, scoring 9 points in 3 preseason games, followed by 10 goals and 15 points in the first 12 games of the regular season. These figures for a 16-year-old aren't only remarkable, but they speak more for the future than the present. His stellar performance in the early stages of the season got him the deserved reward of getting an A rating from NHL Central Scouting in their October list. Do you think he deserves this rating? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section and quickly hit the like and subscribe button to be the first to know about our next video. To be honest, this rating was a little bit of a surprise at the time, but he continued to produce points at an elite rate, and his draft stock continued to rise. Lindstrom was one of the 40 draft-eligible prospects chosen to compete at the 2024 CHL NHL Top Prospects game, but he wasn't able to participate due to injuries, which included hand surgery. It must have been a hard time for the young man who's just starting to get his career together and establish himself as a force in the game. But guess what? He bounced back, stronger than anyone could have imagined, ultimately finishing the year with 27 goals and recording 18 assists to rack up 46 points in 32 games, the highest points per game rate by a Medicine Hat player since Joffrey Lapoule 22 years earlier. He became the center of attention once more as he went on to win the CHL Top Draft Prospect Award as the best draft-eligible player in the 3 CHL component leagues. For Lindstrom, it's not all about the stats, but his overall incredible ability on the ice. Lindstrom is the kind of guy hockey fans would love to fall in love with if they haven't already. He's remarkable for being a fearless, inventive, pacey, inside-driven puck carrier. He has a trademark movement of burying his shoulder while darting down the wing or swashbuckling his way through defenders with ease. He's also technically gifted and can take up any defender one-on-one, coupled with his incredible shooting ability. Another astonishing ability of this youngster is the combination of his speed and his size, which grants him massive defense range that would prove valuable to any team. His playing ability is one that's rarely seen in any player of his height. At 6'4", he still has incredible playmaking ability that lets him find his teammates even in tiny spaces and distant ranges. He uses his well-built frame creatively to block defenders from going around him and getting anywhere near the puck. Even though his height might suggest otherwise, Lindstrom has incredible breakaway speed that helps him get out of trouble and makes it difficult for defenders to guard him. When you watch Cayden Lindstrom, you're very much reminded of Brock Nelson of the New York Islanders, but it looks like Lindstrom will have a higher ceiling with his strong start in the WHL. Lindstrom's ability and potential, coupled with his incredible stats in the WHL, have gotten the attention of key members of the NHL communities, including scouts, coaches, and fans. He's deservedly one of the hottest prospects of the upcoming 2024 NHL Draft. Right now, Lindstrom is ranked 5th by Consolidated Ranking, 3rd by EliteProspects.com, 5th by TSN BOB McKinsey, and 4th by THN Ferrari. He got attention from even more scouts, and he got spots in the top 10 ranking of these reputable scouts. Lindstrom is ranked 6th by THN Kennedy, 4th by McKeen's Hockey, 3rd by NHL Central Scouting, 5th by ISS Hockey and Dober Prospects, and 4th by SMAT Scouting. Craig Button on TSN compared Lindstrom to JT Miller as an imposing player who has the incredible ability to put himself in the scoring areas and beat goaltenders in style with excellent technique and shot. Craig Button said, "I believe that Cayden Lindstrom has as much upside potential as any player in this coming draft." He described Lindstrom as a complete package for a prospect, and rightly so because this fast-rising star has everything it takes to thrive in the NHL and go on to become a legend of the game, and the name to boot. Lindstrom might have raised eyebrows due to his injuries in the 2022 to 2023 season. Maybe it's quite understandable to be worried about an 18-year-old with a history of back injuries, but Dan Marr of NHL Central Scouting downplayed his injury worries, saying, "Lindstrom is an elite NHL prospect that any NHL club would covet, and the NHL projection doesn't change due to the fact that he's missed time due to injuries that weren't deemed to impair his future career." Central Scouting chose to rank him in the same position because he remains one of the best prospects in this class, and we haven't filed any reports to displace him. With several teams hovering around him, Lindstrom is clearly excited about the prospect of playing under the bright lights of the NHL. "I just like the challenge of everybody watching you, and you've got to execute," Lindstrom said at the NHL Scouting Combine on Thursday afternoon. "Being a little kid, I always dreamed of playing in front of thousands of people. The bright lights always fascinated me," he said in one of his interviews. The Flyers look like a probable destination for Lindstrom. He could really thrive in the system. He's great at facilitating and finishing chances on the rush, and he would be a great addition to the Flyers team. But first, he has to fall past the Blue Jackets at number 4 or the Canadiens at number 5, and it seems very unlikely that these teams would look past Lindstrom's talent. As we keep our eyes open for what's to come for Lindstrom and wait for him to maximize his potential and take the NHL by storm, let's enjoy the emergence of this young man. From his early days honing his skills in British Columbia to his standout performances with the Medicine Hat Tigers, Lindstrom has proven time and again that he's more than just a rising star. He's a force to be reckoned with on the ice and a name to watch out for in the coming seasons. NHL fans eagerly await the 2024 NHL Draft, where Lindstrom is poised to make his mark among the league's elite. One thing is clear: his blend of speed, agility, and scoring prowess sets him up as a future cornerstone for any NHL franchise lucky enough to draft him. That's the prospect profile of Cayden Lindstrom. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.